What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Superhero Swag. Well, more today is more like super villain swag. Today, brothers and sisters in the chat, tisk tisk tisk. If you didn't pick up this guy, this is Mephisto. That is correct. Mephistopheles. And the reason that I have Blackheart behind him is because a little bit ago we got a movie with Nicolas Cage, Peter Fonda, and Peter Fonda was Mephistopheles. And Nicolas Cage was, of course, Johnny Blaze. And so I figured, why not put together the cast or the main characters of the Nicolas Cage film from back in the day and have Blackheart, Johnny Cage, and Mephistopheles all in the same shot. Now, of course, y'all already know that is, of course, the Doctor Strange thing going on. But I had to put something that was more supernatural, more magical, more spooky, because this is what's going on. This is artwork, straight up artwork. Now, I usually don't do this, but the box art, the box art was choice, so we will give you a shot of the box art because it is on point. It is on point like Stacey Adams. Now, this dude is, of course, the big bad and a whole bunch of stuff tied to a whole bunch of different characters in the Marvel Universe. Characters, major characters like Doctor Doom, Thanos, Infinity Gauntlet. These are like, was it? Is it Brand New Day? Is it Brand New Day? Yeah, Mephisto was actually tied to Brand New Day in Spider-Man lore, but of course the movies will change everything and not include Mephisto in that whole thing. This figure came with a bunch of accessories. The biggest thing, though, that we're going to cover real quick, we're going to move Mephisto out of the shot and let's talk about this throne. Let's talk about this throne. Look at how detailed it is. But then look about all the little details. Look at all the little details in there. Look at that. All the little paint applications to give it that gross, spooky. Look at that. There's like a whole like octopus tentacle, and then there's demon skulls. You see the skull right there with the horns. Okay, all of this detail that went into the throne. Okay, it almost looks like the thing is like it was alive, or really spooky and weird and crazy. But then this is where you get the meat and potatoes, the chains, the teeth, the skull itself. Get deep in there in the eyes. Look at that. All right. Now, in the packaging, it's going to come in two parts. And that's where you get it. It's going to come into two parts like this. And for all my brothers and sisters out there, those collectors that love our figures, we love our figures, and then it goes back together like that. Please, please be careful when you are putting together, disassembling. There are parts of Mephisto that enable him to wear the soft goods loincloth and the soft goods cape. Soft goods cape isn't all that tricky. The soft goods loincloth, however, I saw one of my people in one of the groups. They were a little, maybe it was a QC issue, or maybe they were a little too hasty in moving the figure right, fresh out the box. Made me nervous, and I made sure to take my time and be very careful when you are handling the figure fresh out of the box from Hasbro Pulse. Make sure these figures need to warm up before you start doing a whole bunch of jumping around with them. Okay, so this guy has two separate head sculpts. This is one of the head sculpts with the hair a little more crazy, but he pretty much has, to me, this is more of a devilish, pun intended, grin right there, where this one, his hair is different, but the facial expression is pretty much the same. I mean, I think. But then let's check out the hair and what you're getting right there. Very nice. Nice detail to the cloak. And this is the soft goods cloak. And it has the matching along with the loincloth. And he's a real gangly, like really lanky character. As strong and as powerful as this dude is, he does not show it with his build. All of the articulation as far as his ab crunch, that's about as far as you're going to get him to go. Going back, not that much further. He's got upper bicep swivel, double jointed, pinless elbows. Nice little, if you could check it out, little details in the musculature where you can see the veinage. Very nice, very nice. And then I like this bloodstone that he's got right there too. I like that going into the cloak and everything right there. He's got the boot swivel that we all like. I was very happy to see that. Double jointed, pinless, knees, passes the Robo Don't Know test with flying colors, kicks his own ass. And then out of the box, he's going to come with his more claw, evil hands. He's going to come more with that vibe right there. But he does also come with the sword wielding hand with this extremely long sword. I mean, he's doing his thing. I like the sword too. Nice detail. Look at the detail, bro. Nice. That's a nice blade. That's a nice blade. And then he's got where he can hold it with left or right. So you get both. Nice detail with the fingernails going on right there too. All right. And then the hard plastic that we're all used to. Nice detail, nice sketching all in there. Look at the detail all through the cape. Nice color at the bottom with the black. And the same thing with the hard plastic loincloth. There are options, and that is never a problem when you have options. It's never a problem. Now, the part that we've all been waiting for. How do you change? How do you change? There we go. You have to be very careful. This is where you're going to be able to change out your soft goods for what we are used to, which is the hard plastic. You want to go with the hard plastic? Like I said, you got options. But be very careful when changing her out. Just be very careful. I want everybody to be able to enjoy their figure and not have a rough time. So that's why I wanted to show that to you. Now, keeping in the theme, 11-minute review. Yes, 11-minute review, even with Mephisto. Why? Because I value your time if you are watching. This has been Mephisto, the literal devil of my action figure universe, and I will see you there. Until next time, peace!